Here's some help for my students with while loop worksheet number 4. Number 1, num initializes there to 0 as you see, and it is less than 3, so it prints out that 0. And at num plus plus is to 1, and you go back up to the top of the while loop, and that is still less than 3, not 1. So it prints, and because of print and not print ln, the 1 prints right next to the 0. Then at num plus plus is to 2, then it loops back up to the top. 2 is still less than 3. So it prints the 2. At num plus plus is to 3. And 3 is not less than 3. So this is now false. And we're finished. There's an answer for number 1. That was so easy I shouldn't have done it. Number 2. Oh, it's the same thing as number 1, except these 2 lines of code in the body are reversed. I don't really want to do this problem. I just want to point out to you that you add 1 to num before you print it. So num still starts at 0 and num still ends at 3. I'll give you that much of a hint. But what happens in between here is affected, or rather what ends up printing out is different from number 1 because of that different order. That is very, very subtle but important. Number 3. Now this is similar in that it's a while loop. It looks very similar, but it starts with num at 3, and then we check to see if num is greater than 0. It is. Ooh, this looks weird. We have a semicolon here where we did not up here. I wonder what effect that has on the rest of the problem. Well, look it up in the notes if you haven't already figured it out. I'm not helping you anymore with that tricky problem. I will hint that whoever coded this was sloppy. He should not have put a semicolon there. That is not going to have the intended output that he probably thought he was going to get. In number 4, oh man, I can spot these from a mile away. When you don't have curly braces, the rule is that the next one statement, the next statement that ends with a semicolon, is considered to be in the body of the loop. So it's kind of like there's a little curly brace there and a little curly brace there. And only this system out print statement executes as part of the body of the loop when it keeps going back up and back up each time. This num minus minus will only be executed after the while loop has fully terminated. So I'll help you get started. Num is initialized to 3. 3 is greater than 0. So we system out print 3. So far so good. We loop back up, and I'll let you pick up from there. I'm not finishing that problem for you. And number 5, more shadiness, more sloppiness is what it is. Again, because there are no curly braces, only the next statement is considered to be in the body of the while loop. So while num starts at 3, and it is greater than 0, so it does print a 3 to start with, it then loops from there back up, and we never get to this num minus minus until we're finished with the while loop. I'll let you finish that. Hey, do be sure to read the directions. Always, always, always read the directions that I have up here on all worksheets.